Hey guys, what's up? So obviously, if you cannot tell, my hair is a wreck. I am a wreck, and that's just because I am a wreck. But I'm about to sit down with you guys and do like a drugstore, kind of get ready with me. This isn't really a tutorial, and I have kind of an eye look that I want to try today that I'm not perfect at. And so I thought I would get ready with you guys and kind of test it out, and we would see where we ended up. And then at minimum, I can at least tell you guys kind of some of my favorite drugstore makeup, and also I'm going to be doing a little giveaway, which I'm going to talk about towards the end of this video. It is so tiny, so don't get too excited. So tiny, but I did want to do it. So starting off, I've already done all my skincare. I also have my mirror set up kind of right beside my camera, so hopefully that works well. So I've told you guys already, one of my favorite drugstore primers. I get this at Walmart usually. This is like the only place I can find this brand, and it's the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydra Prime Primer Lotion 12-Hour Moisture. This is comparable apparently to the Too Faced, I think it's like the coconut water one, which I haven't tried that one, but that's what this is like supposed to be a dupe for. This one does say a lot about moisture, which I'm more oily than I am dry for sure, but this isn't like so much moisture that if you are on the oilier side that you're going to be like, if you fell down you wouldn't like slide on your face or anything. But I have to say this before I forget and before we get too much further. I have a new tripod today. Don't know how to do this. Don't know really the best way to set it up. Hopefully you guys are watching this and like, whoa, this looks so good, wow. But it might not, I don't know. I never know what I'm doing. You guys should know that by now. So for concealer, for foundation, everything like that, I'm going to talk about all of my face stuff in a minute because actually my routine starts with primer. Then I go straight into brows, straight into eye makeup, and then I kind of finish everything else up. My brows I had a little bit of a dilemma on for drugstore type things because I have a NYX eyebrow pencil that I really love. They sell this at Ulta and obviously NYX online, NYX Cosmetics. So I love this a lot for like the front part of my brows and really all over. It's really good. But I do like a really heavy, like from here on out, super defined brows. So normally I would use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I ask you guys if you considered Morphe to be drugstore because I explained this in my Snapchat that basically when I think of drugstore, I don't really always associate it with like going to the drugstore to pick it up. I associate it more like price point. So it's like drugstore versus high end. If I can get both of those things from Ulta, you know, that's something. I think I look more at prices than I do the location of where I can buy the item. For my brows, I have a Morphe eyebrow palette. So in my little eyebrow palette, I think I'm going to start with this one right here and start filling out like halfway on my brows towards the tail of my brow. I try to stay really like true to my eyebrow shape, even though they are a little different and they are definitely not perfect. Okay, so I get like right here and then I pretty much stop taking that powder forward. I don't take it any further than right there. Then that's when I take my NYX pencil and go ahead and fill in the front part of my brow. If you guys have never seen this, let me just blow your mind really quick and tell you, look how tiny that little pencil is. So bitty. Kind of like to make a line under my brow. Okay, so that's it for brows as far as drugstore goes. I do very much like to clean up my brows. I always feel like this is necessary. So I'm just going to use the LA Girl Pro. This is like the lightest without it being the white concealer that they have. And then we'll just make sure those look nice and sharp. I feel like cleaning up your brows, even if you don't fill in your brows with anything, like using concealer around them makes that big of a difference. So before I start on my eyeshadow, I will go ahead and take a little bit more of that Pro Concealer and conceal up like to my nose, kind of like in the corner of my eye, because like I said, my dark circles like are super dark right there, and if I don't conceal, it doesn't look so cute. For primer, I actually really like this Milani one. This is just the eyeshadow primer. Again, I get this at CVS. Milani, Wet n Wild, and LA Girl, CVS. Go there. Okay, this is where the fun's gonna start. We're gonna use the 35O, and I'm gonna try to do a really, really like smoky wing, except maybe not a wing. I can't decide yet. I'm gonna start with just a light color. Usually I like to use one of these to kind of do a transition, so I think I'm just gonna use this one here. I'm just gonna start with putting that on the outer part of my eyelid and just kind of working it. I'm not gonna take this all the way in, I don't think. Anything's subject to change in this video though. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to use this little brown color here, and I'm just going to do a little bit of that over what I just put down. Okay, so for the liner part, I'm a little scared, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to use some of my Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of that towards the front. Let's see. I'm doing this because in my head I'm thinking the liner that I'm going to do is going to be super dark and kind of dramatic, so I want this part to be really light. Seems like it makes sense to me right now. Okay, then I'm going to pop back over to my palette and use the lightest color here to go ahead and set that concealer that I put down. So this is one of my favorite. This is the L'Oreal The Infallible Black Buster. I will tell you that if you are not super comfortable using liquid liner, don't start with this one because it is a large mamma jamma to work with. Here's my goal that I'm thinking. I will start like I'm going to do a wing liner, but I don't know that I'll add an actual wing, and then I'm going to like smoke out the end of it. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm that talented to do that, so we're going to find out right now. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Morphe. This is the 35S. This is a lot of shimmery, which is why it has an S. And then I'm going to take, I think this last color down here, that looks like the darkest one to me. Oh, scary. And then this is where we're either going to get really good or everything's going to go real bad. So I'm just going to take that and start patting it right over the eyeliner. Oh, I'm scared. Not looking so good so far, but we're not going to give up yet. Gonna keep on going and see what happens. Doesn't look horrible, doesn't look great. So I go ahead and do my mascara. So this is my favorite mascara. This is a L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. You guys have probably heard about this one. It's a pretty good dupe for the Better Than Sex one from Too Faced, and that's actually what I'm going to be giving away. So this one is just in Blackest Black, which is 200. I make a mess out of my container. I don't know how I do this to all of my mascaras, but this is my favorite. It's so good. I've been using it now for months and months and months, and I just keep buying it and keep using it. So I wanted to go ahead and give one to you guys as well. To enter my little giveaway, all you're going to have to do is follow me on Instagram and then be subscribed here. Comment down below what your Instagram handle is so that I can check you guys out there. And then for this particular one, I can't do international, unfortunately. I just can't pay for the shipping right now, but I promise as soon as I can do that, I'm going to do like this humongous big giveaway for you guys, and I'm so excited. But it's just going to be US for right now. Make sure that your parents say that it's okay that you can give me all your info if you do in case win and you are under 18. And yeah, back to the video. Going through my face, this is always the quickest part of getting ready. My eyes and my eyebrows, mostly my eyebrows, take the longest. So I'm going to start with the Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Concealer, one of my favorites. And I actually like to put this on my chin. You guys know I have polycystic ovary syndrome. I say that in almost all my videos, I feel like. And that just covers all that redness that I have down there really, really well. I have a damp Real Techniques sponge. You can get these a lot of places. I think Ulta does carry them, but I usually get mine at Walgreens. They have a really good set too that includes like 6 of them or something crazy. Keeping in theme, the foundation I love is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Mine is in Shell Ivory and it's a touch dark, not so dark that I really can't use it, but probably dark enough that I should try to find a different color. But I don't, I just use it anyway. I always make this part of my video not have like audio, like I completely mute it because it sounds like I'm being so rough on my skin, but really it's just like how this sponge sounds, like any sponge. But it always cracks me up. Then if I want a super bright under eye, I use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. You guys have heard me talk about this before. This is a really good one, and I think it's definitely under $10, I think. I think it's like $5 or $6. And I just do like a little dab. You don't need a lot at all. Then for contouring, actually what I like to use is the NYX Wonder Stick. I said a lot of this too in my Get Ready With Me, but this is stuff I use every day. It has a highlight and a contour side, and I just like to use the contour side for down my nose and for over here. To set everything, I take the RCMA, which I am including in this. I don't know if you guys will consider that drugstore because you do typically have to buy it online, but it's $12 and this thing lasts forever. I've had this for probably about 2 years and I use it almost every day. I just set underneath my eyes with that. Powder for the rest of my face, I like to use my Rimmel Stay Matte. There's like no writing on the front of this because I use it so much, but this is a really, really good powder. I find that one at CVS typically. I think it's usually at Walgreens too. For a drugstore bronzer, I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Con, and this is in Ticket to Brazil, again, CVS or Walgreens. For highlight, again, this is BH Cosmetics, so I don't know if you guys are super considering it drugstore, but BH Cosmetics is relatively cheap. I actually can find BH Cosmetics at Big Lots stores sometimes if I'm lucky. And I like to use Laser, which is like a green color, which is so weird, but it looks very, very like natural, like an actual believable highlight on my skin, which is funny. Probably because I'm an alien. Lastly, for lips, you guys are going to laugh at me, and I thought I had my one that was a little bit bigger than this over here, but I don't think I do. This is my favorite Milani lip liner, obviously, and this is in Most Natural, or All Natural, I think. The number is 4, and I just line a little over on my Cupid's bow, and then really blend everything out. And then I'm real basic. I just like to put some Burt's Bees, basically chapstick on top of it. Any little good chapstick that I have on me. Alright, and I had plans to fix my hair, but time's running out on me and all my chargers are not working. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and kind of getting ready with me in a drugstore version of it. I know you guys have asked for that a whole lot. If you want to enter my giveaway, again, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and leave your Instagram handle down below so that I can check you guys out. Make sure that it's cool with your parents if you are under 18 years old, because I'll need your address and stuff like that. And it is just for US right now, but I promise I'm going to have a really good international one day. That's my dream, to do that for you guys. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do so before you leave. I'm trying to upload every single day right now, and it's getting crazy, but I'm really working on it. My goal is to be really, really real with you guys so that I'm someone you can relate to and know that it's just me in my room here trying to throw things together for you guys. I don't have a big production crew or anything like that. Thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Bye.